Hi, my name is Lily and I'm the book blogger behind Utopia State of Mind, and today I'm going to bring you a book haul, which is either books sent to me by publishers or books I bought from Illumicrate. So those are the two categories. I will try to lift it for you, but it is a giant pile which is very heavy. So for purposes, I will lift it for you. So tons and tons of books to chat about if I don't get, smushed right now. So let's just talk about the books that were sent to me by the publishers first, just to get those out of the way. The first one I want to talk about, which took forever to arrive, but it is here and I'm so excited, is this copy of Sister Song, which is just gorgeous. I'm really excited because I was able to host this for a bookstagram tour, but my finished copy had not arrived, so I had to use some Photoshop magic. I will link that post below. But this finished copy is here with also a signed book plate, and now I can put it on my shelf because it is just so beautiful and gold, and I'm really excited. I'm going to dive into it basically as soon as I possibly can. The main thing, because I haven't read it, so the main thing I can tell you about it is that one of the sentences that just got me from the email that I got about it was a tale of 3 siblings and 3 deadly sins. The 3 siblings are here. I've really loved kind of siblings, fantasy, adult fantasy books. I'm trying to think of the other ones I really liked. I liked this series by Kim. I don't know. If I can remember, I'll pop it up here and I'll link down below. But anyway, I'm just really excited for Sister Song and it looks gorgeous. And I will start on this ASAP. The next one is A Master of Jinn, which was sent to me by Orbit. I'm excited for this one because I listened to the audiobook of Ring Shout and those other novellas that I honestly can't remember the name of. Pop it here if I can remember and edit it in. But I'm really excited for this one because it's a full-length book. And also, I think that this is not the final cover, by the way. So I will also pop the final cover here so that you can see the beautiful final cover. But I'm really excited for this one, which comes out in August. In general, I'm just so intrigued by this author. This author, Ring Shout, was almost an instant 5-star read for me because it had this great balance between characters and world building, which is kind of my sweet spot basically for books I love. And so I'm just really excited for this kind of full-length project. And I'm so excited that it finally arrived in the mail. The next one are actually 2, and these are paperback copies of The Fires of Vengeance and The Rage of Dragons. This is one of my favorite dragon adult fantasy series. It has a lot of politics. Basically, I reviewed these, and so the reviews are on the blog. I will link them below. But it is just a fantastic, look at these, Chris. It is just a fantastic series about loyalty and sacrifice and oppression and rebellion and all of those different things. And I just love them so much. I also love the compactness of paperbacks. I've been trying to be better about allowing people to read books from my library, my personal book collection. And so I'm really happy to have these so that I can push them on other people essentially. And I'll just show you the covers because they are really gorgeous. And they look so cute in paperback form. I think that I maybe have a hard copy, or a hardback of The Fires of Vengeance. So each one will have their little baby sibling essentially. The next one is the final one in the Dragon of Ginseng. This is the 3rd series finale of the Chronicles of the Bitch Queen, which is just such a fantastic series. I love it so much. I think all of them were basically favorite reads of mine, and I felt that the series finale was such a fantastically driven and developed and, I guess driven and developed is what I want to say, but this was such a great series finale. I will leave my blog review down below because I've also read this, and now I'm really just excited to add this to my shelf of all of my of all the other ones from this series. It is so gorgeous, and I'm just, so happy to have it. I love when I can add books to my shelves that I already know that I love. It doesn't happen, you know, too often, but it is such a fun, fulfilling experience. And the final one was sent to me from Penguin, and it is from Little Tokyo with Love. Oh, these stickers fell out of it that says I love LA. It was also sent with these two little food eraser things. It brought back all the nostalgia because I used to collect these like detachable eraser things that were not necessarily this kind of food. They were only baked goods. Oh no, they were not only baked goods. They were only really animals. It started off with baked goods, but only animals now. Anyway, I've loved From Little Tokyo with Love so much. It made me feel so seen. How do I figure out how to tell you how much I loved it? The main reason that I loved From Little Tokyo with Love is that the main character is like super angry and reactionary, and everybody, and culturally everybody is kind of like, you need to calm down. You need to stop being so angry. You need to, like, you know, stop it, essentially. But what I loved is that the character's journey throughout has to realize that anger is appropriate in situations when there's injustice, when your family members are being treated poorly, and it's not just this kind of like overall overwhelming cloud of negativity and badness. There's a place for anger, there's a power in anger, and yes, don't let anger consume you, but that there are positives and strengths to anger, and the main character is kind of working through that the entire book. She's also working through a romance storyline, trying to figure out her own family situation. So all of this overall, I really loved it, and I Love You Somochi is kind of like a 5-star read that I love and want to recommend to every person on this planet, essentially, and I would increase, my love and recommendation also for From Little Tokyo with Love. So now I want to talk about the Illumicrate books that I got. The first is the debut box for Ace of Spades, and also, I think this was the only way you could get this cover in a hardcover book. The other ones were paperback, and it has this really fun spade on it. I loved Ace of Spades so much. I will link my review below. It was a book where I started it and immediately was like, okay, I need to read this all in one sitting, which I didn't, but I wanted to because it is so good. There are so many twists that kind of left me just so shocked and surprised, but it is so fabulous. I love this so much. I also have a US edition because I adore that cover as well. Like, I just have so much love for this book and so much love for the story and the characters and it's the debut author as well. Like, all of this I love, and so I was really happy to get the debut box. I will insert a close-up of the pin because I already put it on my pin boards. I now have a specific pin hoop dedicated to Illumicrate books, and I will also do close-ups because these two books, In the Ravenous Dark and the Jasmine Throne, also had Illumicrate pins because Illumicrate, for the debut boxes, I think always come with pins, and for the subscription boxes with the book only option, they also come with pins. So I will insert close-ups of those later for you. But in general, I just really enjoyed this book so much, and I'm so happy to support the debut box project in general. And the next one was In the Ravenous Dark, which has these absolutely stunning end papers with the main characters from the book. And it is just such a beautiful book. I read an arc of this one, and it was just so, like, I really loved the first one, which was Beyond, I wish that it would say it. I think it was Beyond the Black Door. Yeah, Beyond the Black Door. I loved that book so much that when I saw In the Ravenous Dark, I was kind of like, ooh, I think that I have to read this. And I read it. It was Greek, Greek mythology-esque meets kind of like, I wouldn't say but dark magic is what I'll say, and it is so fantastic. It has stenciled sprayed edges, which are absolutely stunning. I love sprayed edges, and stenciled ones are now like my top god tier essentially for sprayed edges, and it's just so gorgeous. I love it so much, and I'm so happy that I was able to get the book only subscription. And in general, it's just such a beautiful book about love and about perseverance and about bravery. And so, very happy with this one. The pin is also super gorgeous because it's this skull with flowers. So, plop. But it's just really great, and I'm really excited for this one. I also included this author letter with this print on it, which is very hard to see because it's super shiny. The final and next one, I guess, is my copy of the Jasmine Throne. What can I say about the Jasmine Throne except I love it so much. It's one of my favorite reads of 2021. It is absolutely stunning, chunky, the beginning of a series. Tasha's story as an auto-buy author for me. I loved Realm of Ash and Empire of Sand, and so the Jasmine Throne was just about this, but also like colonization and about, you know, there's sapphicness in it as well, and it's also about how you can resist and also like what the variety of resistance that's in there, basically, or the variety of resistance you can have. This also has stenciled sprayed edges. It is just so gorgeous, and I'm really excited that I have it. It also came with a signed book plate and this kind of author and character art and this author letter. All the Illumicrate ones, I'm pretty sure, have author letters in them, and so it's really nice to kind of see that. And also, it has this special, let me take the dust jacket off. It has this special embossing on it, and also on the spine. So if you can't read it, I'll read it for you. It says, "Together they will change the fate of an empire," on the front. And then on the spine it says, "A vengeful princess, a hidden priestess." Those are like the two main characters, essentially. So I love this kind of secret-y thing, and it's just, yeah, one of my favorite books of 2021, and I know I need to keep like track of this series because it was fantastic. Auto-buy author aside, just so fantastic. So that brings me to the end of my latest book haul. I had to film this ASAP so I could get the books onto my shelves. I hope you enjoy, and I will see you in the next book haul. And as I said, or I can't remember if I've said this, but if you want to see a book video about all of my special editions, like Illumicrate, Owlcrate, like all of those special editions and or other special editions I have, then definitely let me know in the comments below, because I think that would be really fun. A lot of them are kind of older too, since I wasn't as much into it before as I am now. And so yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.